Welcome to your online academy. In today's lecture, you will perform basic switch configuration. You will secure access to the command line interface and console ports using encrypted and plain text password. You will also learn how to configure messages for user logging into the switch. These banners are also used to warn unauthorized user that access is prohibited. We will see that how we can configure a switch, the basic initial switch configuration. So let's start. This is our topology. You can see that we have two switches. With these switches we have two PCs connected. We will first configure the switch 1. So we will exit is CLI. First we will verify the default switch configuration. You can access all switch commands from the privileged access mode. However, because many of the privileged commands configure operating parameters, so the privileged access should be password protected to prevent unauthorized use. Let's suppose we just want to access this first switch. So you can see that over here currently we are in the user exit mode. You can see the prompt. So first we will type enable. So you can see the interface got changed from the user exit mode to the privilege mode. So there are actually two types of configuration. One is the running configuration and the second startup configuration. This running configuration is saved in the random access memory in the RAM, and the startup configuration are saved in the NVRAM non-volatile RAM. So the command we use to check the running configuration which is show running configuration. This configuration is in the RAM. But if we want to check that what is this start configuration, so we type the show and then we say startup configuration. So it says that the startup configuration is not present. It means that we haven't saved any configuration in the non-volatile RAM. So first we will perform some basic configuration of the switch, and then we will save, because this is the running configuration which is saved in the RAM, then we will save those running configuration in the startup configuration. First let's configure the host name. So we will move to the global exit mode by running the config t or the config terminal. Then we will type the host name and we will say this is our switch 1, right? So now you can see that the host name by default was switch, and then after performing the host name command, we change the name of the switch from switch to S1. Then we will just exit this one. So over here then now we want to secure the access to the console. For that we will go to the line console. So let me show you how we can do that. So we will go to the global configuration mode, which is config t. Over here we will go to the line console 0, and then we will type, we want to set password. So it can be, let's say it is my password. So this is the password of the console port. Then we need to type the login, and then we will say exited. Now to make sure to check if we have properly configured the console password or not, so we need to verify. So again we will exit the switch. Now we will connect it to via the console to the switch. So over here you can see that user access verification, so we have configured it as my password. So now you can see that this was the console password. When we want to access the switch via the console, so we configure the console password by going to the line console 0, and then with the password keyword we specify what is our password. The login is important because if we don't use the login, it means that we won't be able to set the password. So now we will go to the enable mode. Now you can see that the prompt change from the user exit mode to the privilege mode, but again over here it didn't ask for any password, so we need to configure this password as well. One was when we access the switch via the console, so at that time to access the user exit mode we need to set a password, and then when we go from the user exit mode to the privilege mode, right, then again we need to set password. So for that what we will do, we will go to the config terminal, and then we can say that enable password, and when we can say that okay, we can set the password, the enable password is Cisco. So again we need to check or verify that if we have properly configured the enable password as well. We will just exit this one. Okay, now we want to again access the switch via the console, so it will be our user exit user mode password, which was my password. And now if we go to the enable mode or the privilege mode, now again it is asking for the password, which was Cisco. So you can see that we have configured the password for the console, and when we want to access the switch via console, so one is the user exit mode password and the second is the privilege mode password. Now we will verify our configuration by checking the content of the running configuration file. So for that we type show running configuration. So over here we can see that we have enable password, which is for the privilege mode, so you can see it's Cisco. And if we go to the console line, again we can see that for the user mode our password is my password. So to make it as you can see, this is in the plain text, so we want that no one should read our password by checking the running configuration, so we will configure the enable secret password. To do that we will go to the global configuration mode, and then we will type the command enable, not password, this time it will be a secret, and again we can say that it is my pass, right, or my secret. Okay. Now again to check the enable secret, we can just again log out from the switch. So our user exit mode password was my password, and the enable password we set is Cisco. Now you can see I typed Cisco, but it is not accepting that password. What if I type my secret, which was the enable secret password? So keep it in mind that enable secret password overrides the enable password. As you have seen that we have configured the enable password. The previous one was the command enable password. For example, if I show you config t, so one is the enable password, right? One we set with this command, and the second one is enable secret. So keep it in mind that if we configure both of these commands, the enable secret command replaces the enable password. So if we just again check the configuration, for example, if we go to the, now we want to check the running configuration to see the status of the password. Now over here you can see that one is the enable secret, and these are some different characters, and the second one is the enable password, which is Cisco. So this is the plain text password, and this one is the encrypted password. So if we use the enable secret, so the password will be encrypted by default, and this command overrides this one, the enable password. So the switch will accept this secret command rather than the password command to access the privilege mode. And now if we go to the console line, still our password is not encrypted. So there is a command to encrypt the console line password. So now we will configure that. So we will go to the config t. Config t, this is the interface where we configure the global configurations of the switch. So over here we will apply a command which we say, which is service enable password encryption, and again we will exit from the global configuration. Now check again the show running configurations. So we can see now the password, the enable password is also encrypted, and the console password is also encrypted. So by default the enable password and the line console password, these are in the plain text. So if you want to make it secure or make it encrypted, you have to use the command service password encryption in the global configuration mode. Okay, now we will configure kind of banner. The purpose of the banner is to show some message to the user who is accessing the switch. So normally we can configure it that okay, that this is a kind of secure system and only authorized access is allowed and some kind of those messages, right? So how to configure it? We will go to the global configuration mode by typing the command config terminal. Over here we say banner and then MOTD, this means message of the day. If we type the question mark, it say that okay, you can type a line and in which for example over here banner text is C, so where C is the delimiting character. It means that you can start your banner by typing a special character, an alphabet, whatever you want. That will be the starting of your banner, and you can end that banner with the same character. So for example, I will type kind of, let's suppose, the dollar symbol, and then I will say this is a secure system, and then unauthorized access is not allowed, right? So this is my banner. Now I want to terminate this statement. So again I have to use the dollar sign, because I started it with the dollar sign. So it means that whenever I end it with the dollar sign, it means my statement is complete, the banner message is complete, right? So this is my banner for this switch. So for example, if I go exit and then again exit, and if I type enter, now you can see this is the banner. This is a secure system and unauthorized access is not allowed. So this is the purpose of the banner. So it is message of the day. So anyone who is accessing this switch, so you can just display some kind of information, you can display some kind of warning message. So this is the main purpose of the banner message of the day. Okay, now we will save our running configuration, which is saved in the random access memory in the RAM, and we want to save it in the non-volatile RAM, which is the startup configuration. In the beginning of this activity, I showed you that when we run, for example, if I again type this is the password, so it will be my password, yes, and the enable password, it is my secret. So if I say show startup configuration, so it says that we don't have any startup configuration yet, right? And so the startup configuration is saved in the non-volatile NVRAM. And show, if we say show running configuration, this configuration is saved in the RAM, random access memory. Now we want to copy the running configuration in the startup configuration. So we will say copy running configuration, then startup configuration. This command means that I want to copy the running configuration which is saved in the RAM, and I want to copy it. So this is the source and this is the destination. The startup configuration is the NVRAM. So if we press enter, so this is this destination file name is the startup configuration, then we say yes. Okay, so we have saved the running configuration in the startup configuration. So whenever next time the switch boots, it will check for the startup configuration, and those configuration will be loaded in the RAM or the running configuration. So now if we check the show startup configuration, so this is what we have right now in the NVRAM, or we can say we have saved the running configuration in the startup configuration. Also, if we don't save the running configuration in the startup configuration, and if we reboot the switch, all the running configuration will be lost. So to keep your configuration safe, we need to save the running configuration in the startup configuration by running the command copy running configuration, then startup configuration. We can also the running configuration in the startup, we can also type a short command, we can copy run and then start, right? So okay, so this was all for today, the initial switch configuration. Now I have kind of a home task for you guys. As I have configured only the switch 1, right? Now you have to configure the switch 2. So what you need to do, you need to change the switch name to S2. Then protect the console by using your favorite password, and then configure the enable password and also the secret password. So you have to apply both the command and check whether you have provided the enable password and the enable secret password, enable secret, and then verify that which one is used when you want to enable the switch. Then you have to configure the banner, which is message of the day, and type any display message. It can be authorized access only or unauthorized access is prohibited, something like that. And then encrypt all the plain text password. I have shown you in this activity. And then ensure that your configuration are correct, and last you have to save your running configuration in the startup configuration. Thank you so much. And if you have any question, do ask me in the comment, and if you like my video, press the thumbs up button and subscribe my channel so you can get notification for all new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.